If toxic people keep draining your energy, it's not their fault. It's yours for giving them access. I know that sounds harsh. But here's the truth Marcus Aurelius understood 2,000 years ago. You can't control toxic people, but you can control how close they get. Today, I'm showing you the 7 types of toxic people Stoics remove immediately, and by the end, you'll realize something uncomfortable. You might be one of them to someone else. Let's start with the most dangerous type, because most people never see it coming. 3 years ago, I was exhausted all the time. Not physically, mentally. I'd wake up tired, end the day drained. I blamed work, stress, sleep. Then I started journaling like Marcus Aurelius taught. Every night, I wrote down interactions that left me feeling heavy. After 2 weeks, a pattern emerged. 7 people were in my life. And all 7 fit patterns the Stoics warned about 2,000 years ago. When I created distance from them, not with drama, just with boundaries, my energy returned. My focus sharpened. My peace became unshakable. The Stoics were right. Let me show you what they taught. Before we dive in, understand this. Stoicism isn't about avoiding people. It's about protecting your inner fortress. Epictetus said, "Some things are in our control, others are not." You cannot control toxic people, but you can control your proximity to them. Marcus Aurelius spent his life surrounded by betrayers and manipulators, but he stayed unshaken because he knew who deserved access and who didn't. That's what you're about to learn. These aren't just types, they're warnings. Pay attention. First type, the fake concern artist. This is the most dangerous because they seem caring at first. They ask, "How are you?" but don't actually want to know. I had a friend like this, let's call her Maya. She'd check on me publicly, comment on my posts, text asking if I was okay, but only when others could see. The moment I actually needed help, she was suddenly busy, too tired, had her own problems. One day, I tested it. I shared something difficult privately, no response for 3 days. Then I posted something vague on social media. Within minutes, she commented, "Are you okay? DM me." That's when I realized her concern was performance, not support. Marcus Aurelius said, "Actions reveal priority, not words. Watch what people do when no one is watching. Real care shows up when it's inconvenient. Fake care shows up when it's visible." How to spot them? They check on you publicly, but ghost you privately. Their concern looks great on social media, but never translates to real support. They're available for drama, unavailable for actual problems. The Stoic response: stop sharing with them. Watch what they do, not what they say. Distance yourself quietly. You don't owe them an announcement. Second type, the guilt manipulator. Everything becomes your responsibility. Their problems, their emotions, their failures somehow. It's always on you to fix. I had a family member like this. Every conversation ended with me feeling guilty for not doing more, even when I'd already given everything. They'd say things like, "If you really cared, you'd understand. After everything I've done for you, I guess I'm just not a priority to you." One day, I was dealing with my own crisis health scare. Couldn't sleep, barely functioning. I told them I needed space. Their response? "So you're abandoning me when I need you most?" That's when it clicked. My needs were never considered, only theirs. Seneca taught, "You are not obligated to carry burdens that aren't yours." Guilt manipulators weaponize your kindness. They keep score of favors and throw them in your face. They make you feel responsible for their happiness. How to spot them? You constantly feel guilty around them, even when you've done nothing wrong. They use phrases like, "If you loved me," or "After what I did for you." They never take responsibility for their own emotions. The Stoic response: set clear boundaries. Say no without explaining. You don't owe them your mental health. Walk away if they can't accept limits. Third type, the eternal victim. Nothing is ever their fault. Life happens to them. They're always the target, never the cause. I had a coworker like this, let's call him David. Every week, a new crisis. His boss was unfair. His girlfriend was unreasonable. His family didn't understand him. The weather ruined his weekend. At first, I tried helping, gave advice, offered solutions. He'd nod, agree, then do nothing, and the same problems kept happening. One day, I asked, "What are you going to do differently?" His answer? "There's nothing I can do. It's just how things are." That's the victim mindset. Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our circumstances, but we can choose our responses." Victims refuse this truth. They stay helpless because helplessness requires no effort. How to spot them? Everything bad is someone else's fault. They complain endlessly but never take action. They drain your energy, asking for advice they'll never follow. The Stoic response. Show compassion, but don't become their savior. Stop offering solutions. Let them navigate their own challenges. Your energy is too valuable to waste on those who refuse to help themselves. Fourth type, the boundary pusher. You say no, they ask again. You create distance, they demand closeness. I had a friend like this. Every time I set a limit, they'd test it. I'd say, "I can't hang out this weekend," and they'd show up unannounced. I'd say, "I need space to focus," and they'd call repeatedly. When I finally enforced consequences, they acted offended. "I thought we were close. You're being cold. Since when do we need permission?" That's the manipulation. They frame your boundaries as betrayal. Epictetus taught, "Those who don't respect your limits don't respect you." Boundary pushers see limits as challenges, not respect signals. They push until you break or enforce. How to spot them? They ignore your no and keep asking. They guilt you into changing your mind. They act offended when you enforce limits. They frame boundaries as rejection. The Stoic response. Don't negotiate boundaries. State them once. Enforce them every time. If they can't respect your limits, they don't deserve access. Silence is enforcement. Fifth type. The conversation, hijacker. You share your struggle, they immediately turn it into their story. I remember sharing a difficult moment with a friend. 30 seconds in, they interrupted. "Oh my God, that reminds me of when I..." And for the next 20 minutes, it was their story. My problem was forgotten. I walked away feeling unheard, like my struggle was just a prompt for their monologue. Epictetus taught, "Those who cannot listen cannot care." These people aren't supporting you. They're using your pain as a stage for their performance. How to spot them? You start talking about your problem, they interrupt with theirs. You never finish your thought, because they've already shifted focus. You leave conversations feeling unheard and invisible. The Stoic response, stop sharing with people who don't listen. Test them, share something small, and see if they let you finish. Real friends witness your struggle. Hijackers perform over it. Know the difference. Sixth type, the chaos addict. They thrive on drama, conflict, and constant crisis. Peace bores them. I had a friend like this. Every week, a new emergency, a fight with someone, a betrayal, a crisis. At first, I thought they were unlucky. Then I noticed they created the chaos. They'd start arguments, spread gossip, stir drama, then act shocked when it exploded. And they always pulled me into it. "You won't believe what Sarah said about you. I heard Thomas talking behind your back." They wanted me in the storm. Seneca warned, avoid those who disturb your peace, even if they seem familiar. Chaos addicts can't exist in calm environments. They need turbulence. How to spot them? There's always drama surrounding them. They turn small issues into major conflicts. Your peace disappears when they're around. They gossip, stir conflict, then act innocent. The Stoic response. You are not their crisis manager. Distance yourself. Let them handle their own storms. Refuse to engage in drama. Your peace is not negotiable. Seventh type, the one-way user. They call when they need something. Vanish when you do. I had a friend like this for years. Every time they needed help, I was the first call. Car broke down? I picked them up. Needed advice? I listened for hours. Needed money? I lent it. Then one day, I needed help. My car broke down. I called them. No answer. Texted. No response. Called again the next day. Sorry, I've been so busy. 2 days later, they called they needed a favor. That's when I realized the relationship only flowed one direction. Toward them. Epictetus said, friendship is mutual, or it's exploitation. These people aren't friends, they're users. How to spot them? They only reach out when they want something. When you need help, they're suddenly busy. The relationship feels like servitude, not friendship. They disappear after getting what they need. The Stoic response, stop being available. If the relationship can't survive your boundaries, it was never real. Reduce contact. Watch if they reach out when they don't need something. If they don't, you have your answer. Now you know the 7 types. But how do you actually remove them? The Stoic way is simple. No drama, no announcements, just distance. Step 1. Stop initiating contact. Don't text first. Don't reach out. Let the relationship naturally fade. Step 2. Reduce availability. When they reach out, you're busy. Not forever, just consistently. Step 3. Keep responses short and polite. Don't explain. Don't justify. Just be brief. Marcus Aurelius didn't argue with toxic people. He simply made them irrelevant. You can do the same. Distance is protection. Silence is enforcement. Here's the part most people skip. Are you one of these 7 types to someone else? Because here's the truth. We all have toxic tendencies. Maybe you complain without taking action. Maybe you hijack conversations. Maybe you only reach out when you need something. Self-awareness is the foundation of Stoicism. Seneca said, "Associate with those who will make a better person of you, and welcome those whom you yourself can improve." If you recognize yourself in any of these types, that's not failure. That's awareness. And awareness is the first step to change. Be the person you want in your life. Set boundaries and respect others. Listen more than you speak. Show up when it's inconvenient, not just when it's easy. So here's your move. Right now, open your notes app. Write down which of the 7 types you're dealing with. You don't need all 7. Even 1 is too many. Then decide. Distance or removal. Both are valid. Both are stoic. Your peace is not a democracy. You don't owe anyone a vote. Protect it like Marcus Aurelius taught, with clarity, boundaries, and zero apology. Drop a comment. Which type are you removing first? And if this helped, subscribe. I post daily Stoic tools to help you think clearly, set boundaries, and live with unshakable peace. Until next time, guard your fortress.